Hello, I'm John Haynes. Welcome to our History of Western Music and Liturgy class here at the Institute. I want to just take you through a few of the things you can expect in this class, our texts, how you can best study, and that kind of thing. You're going to find this to be a very enriching class. And the lectures that we'll have on these videos are very short, but they will be supplementary and of interest to you, and frequently I'll go over some of your reading material and that kind of thing. Always remember that you can call me if you're a registered student, or write me and I'll be glad to assist you in any way. This course is different from a course you would take in a college in music history. They're going to be on parallel tracks. In the college course, you're going to spend a lot of time just on 2,000 years of music history and learn a lot of the facts and a lot of the detail. They're wonderful courses and I love them. In this course, we're going to cover the same amount of time, but we are more interested in sacred church music, and we spend a lot of time in the early church up through the Reformation. So we cover all 2,000 years and a lot of regular music history, but covering those particular time periods in the history of the church in a little more detail. Our required texts for this class are, first of all, a history of Western music, the 8th edition that I have now, by Donald Grout and Burkholder and Poliska. This is a standard in collegiate texts, and when you get yours, you're going to find up front that if you register on this little card here, you just get online and register, you're going to have then free access to a very large audio library that's going to be the library that you will use for your listening assignments that you've got in your syllabus from this book. Another required text you have is the Stapert book. I'm looking here in the syllabus on my computer, A New Song for an Old World. You can also get that Kindle compatible. We have Church History in Plain Language by Shelley, that book you can get as a free PDF someplace. Probably best so that you either get the paperback book or the Kindle version, as I have. And then you have my text that comes in 3 chapters. That is PDF uploadable, or downloadable rather, off our Institute website, how the Psalms developed from the early church to the Reformation. And then Eusebius of Caesarea, I also have that as a free PDF online on our website, his church history text. You're also going to need a good internet access, not only to listen to these lectures, but to have the YouTube access for some supplementary materials that I'm going to want you to listen to. I teach history the way I like doing history, and that is it's very interactive. I do like to read. I don't mind memorizing some things, but I don't like memorizing long lists of static information and data, and you won't be doing that in this class. Instead, you'll be doing a lot of listening. You're going to be doing a lot of critical writing. Sorry, we're low tech here, and if my phone goes off and I'm passed on call, I have to get that. I want to go over your assignments here and how we do these things. We've got reading assignments, first of all, and you'll notice in your syllabus that I have 4 levels of reading. Level 1 is very, very fast. You know, when I'm reading at a level 1, it says reading for future reference. It's skimming, and it's a good skill to learn. And so you can go over a lot of material, and basically at that level 1, you're not going to have hardly any comprehension level. That's not the point, but you're kind of cataloging ideas and things, and you know that in the future, if you come across something that you need to study, then you're going to at least know, I think it was in this particular book or whatever. And so that's a good level of reading to achieve. Level 2 is reading to be conversant. And so you'll see that's moderate and relaxed pace reading. That's the majority of the reading that I'll have you do. And that means you're going to be reading over material and you're going to be able to talk about it. You're going to be knowledgeable about it. You won't have memorized facts and you might not be able to be that proficient in talking about it, but you're going to be able to converse and have a little bit of a higher comprehension rate than what you had at level 1. Level 3 is reading to be proficient. So this is a slower rate of reading. It's a higher level of concentration. And I see here, it's kind of like reading a technical manual. You get something in mail, or you've got a new piece of software, or you're putting something together. You get a manual with those things, a technical manual, and you read through those things very carefully so that you don't mess up. And that's what this is, reading to be proficient. We don't have a whole lot of reading like that, but we do have a little bit. And then reading to memorize, this is level 4, that is painstaking memorization. We don't have a whole lot of that, but there is some. And anytime you need a little assistance in developing any of these skills, please give me a call because they're important skills to develop. You'll see next that you have weekly listening assignments. There's no grade on those, but they are vitally important. And I have third there, in conjunction with that, you're going to write a weekly listening journal. So you're going to be listening to your assignments, and I want you to journal what you think about them. You can write 1 or 2 paragraphs. That's it. You can do it in in a bullet list. It can be shorthand. Doesn't matter. But you're going to be turning that weekly journal into me. Then you have your weekly critical thinking paper, 750 to 1,000 words. It's important that this paper is written well, that it is at a high level of good spelling and all that kind of thing. These assignments are going to be sometimes asking you to be creative and think out of the box, and sometimes they're going to ask you to be analytical. But it's an important part of what we do here in this class, and that's why it's 50% of your grade. Then you have your final project that we'll talk about a little bit later when we come down a few weeks and are looking at that. That final project will be, I think, very enriching. It should be very enjoyable for you. But you can be thinking about that. You'll see here that the student chooses between a 30-minute video presentation or a paper. And basically, you're going to choose a church leader that you have studied in the course of this class, and you're going to give a biographical sketch, and you're going to use with interesting detail either audio files or some video demonstration, and you're going to give a very interesting biographical sketch. But this final project is reflective of how the class has been taught. And so I'm not interested in dry papers or just a dry lecture on a video. I'm wanting you to combine into this final project the kinds of assignments that we've had. So we've had listening assignments, we've had reading assignments, you've had critical thinking. All that kind of stuff combines into this final project. And as I said, we'll talk more about that later. Every week you're going to have posted from me then a short video lecture, and never hesitate to call me or to write me if you have questions or you're needing any kind of help. For those of you that are registered students and you're paying for this course, that's a big deal for us because these are hybrid courses, which means there's a lot online and directed study that you can do, but the mentorship aspect of it is very important. So some of you who are here locally, we are able to get together for lunch and coffee and talk over these things as I do with my interns. On Tuesday afternoons, we frequently have intern and student lunches, and call me or write me and I'll tell you about those. You're welcome to join us for those. Have a great time in this class. I look forward to getting to know you and listening to your final project in the future and grading your papers and all that kind of stuff. Thank you.